Hello everyone, this is Planckera, and welcome to my universe. So today, I looked over the front view here, and I think it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with how it's all looking, so I think it's time to turn her around, so I can finally get rid of this thing that's been sitting there. I just had that as a quick little doodle. This way I could work on designing the backside a little bit. And yeah, I mean, I think it's looking fine. So let's do it for real now. The way I generally go about that, I like to keep my life easy. So all I do is I duplicate this. So now I have a perfect copy, and I mirror it horizontally. There we go. Let's go slide her over here. There we go. So this is, you know, just a basic look there. It's a duplicate, which isn't super helpful to me yet. And next, I think about which parts show up on the back and which parts don't. So in this case, none of her face is going to show up there. So I'm just going to delete her entire face. So let's see, I'll keep the ear just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be covered up. The earring will probably show. The hair will show, albeit in a different way. Eyes will not. So we delete the eyes. Face will not. So we delete the face. Blush will not. So we delete the blush. Okay. Now then, the next area is looks like her jacket. I don't need this arm template anymore, so I'll clear that. No, you know what? Those puffy shoulders are going to throw me off, so I'm actually going to keep the arm template to help me figure out where the shoulders are. Okay, I changed my mind. Some of the details will show, some of them won't. So I'll keep the layer, but I will erase some of the spots that I know won't show. So that's going to be everything on the front here. Just all of this. Okay. Sleeve frill, that will show. Her sleeve will naturally show. Her hand, I think, is actually going to be behind, so I don't think I need this at all. So we'll get rid of that. And then parts of her jacket and stuff will fade behind her, of course. Nothing about the part on her chest is going to show, so I'll go ahead and remove that. And the jacket itself will. So next we have the shirt. I'm pretty sure very little of this shows. I think the little frills around her neck might show just a little bit. I'm not sure how much of her ponytail will cover that, so I'll go ahead and keep it. But all of this extra decoration, nope, that's going away. Except up top there, so I'll keep the decorations around up there, and I forgot that. Where is that you? So yeah, none of those are going to be there. Okay, there we go. I just missed a couple. And naturally there will be no button on the side, so I'll go ahead and clear that, but I'll go ahead and keep the top part. So things are going to look strange for a little bit, but this is way easier than drawing the entire thing again. So I'd like to do it like this when I can. The joy of digital. Okay, so at her feet. So this little egg part, is it going to show it all in the back? I mean, I can see that part of it is going off the side here. So if I should be, I don't think it shows. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and delete that. The rest I'll keep, but I will need to clear a lot of it. So I'll go ahead and do that. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of this is going to need to be redrawn, so maybe it would actually be easier on me if I just deleted it entirely, but I'll go ahead and keep it for reference. Just in case. Okay. So that's kind of the super basics. Let's see here. So there's the shoes, leg will still be there. I don't think I'm actually using this body layer for, like, anything. I think her neck might be on it, so, I mean, it's not hurting anyone, so I'll go ahead and leave it there. Although actually looking at it, I should fix this in the original too. Now that I look at it, I'm pretty sure I can just use this color right here to color the entire thing. So let's go find the body layer in all of this in the front view. And I will go ahead and color that. Okay. I actually do think that looks a little bit better. I will collapse the front so that this way I don't get the front and back mixed up. Because they're layers literally identical, as you've seen. I've changed it up a little bit, but it's gonna be like that. Anyway. Okay. Ribbon will obviously be there. In fact, it'll show even more. Same with the veil here and the ponytail. Okay. So I think that's roughly the basics. Now I'm going to think about the parts that will be very much the same. I actually don't think I have to change this at all, which, oh man, that is so nice. I do not have to draw this nonsense again. Yay! Okay. The back of this, I think I was keeping roughly the same. I never really decided if I wanted it to go all the way around, so I'll probably do a little bit of experimentation with that. So I kind of have... Yeah, it looks like on my doodle here, I had it going up. But I can't remember if I actually, like, planned this out. Let's go ahead and do a quick look here. Do I want to keep it like that? This is absolutely the wrong time to do a quick look. Never mind. The area on the jacket that I should fix first is here. And I think before I do that, I want to get her hair in the right place. So, her head. Her head. Let me think here. How do I have the hair drawn anyway? Okay, so I have all of this on one layer. Okay, well, at the very least, I know that I want her entire head to be on the other side of her body. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move her head down to the bottom. I will even put it behind all of these things. Okay. And then I know I'm gonna want the ponytail to be above the veil. And I think above the ribbon as well. It's gonna come out of the ribbon. So this kind of layer order makes more sense. And I want all of these to go above her jacket. So I will actually move all of these to the top. And I think I'm gonna do a view where I move her ponytail out of the way, like I put it over her shoulder. So that this way we can see her back a little bit more clearly. Maybe it may not actually be necessary looking at this now. Because even if I were to draw the rest of the ponytail here, let's do a quick and dirty drawing here. It's gonna kind of come out here and come down, and it actually doesn't really cover her chest with the angle that I have it here. So I will clean all of this later. I want to keep this part the same if I can help it. So I'll try to connect it out through there. And then it's gonna, like, sit on top of the ribbon here. Okay. So yeah, I might not have to do a view where I just move her ponytail out of the way, because the details that it's covering are roughly the same. But I might do it anyway. We'll see how I'm feeling. Okay. Okay. So at some point I'm gonna have to fix the shape of the ribbon there. I think I want to try to get the back of her head a little bit here. So let's hide some of these, and I will actually take this hand and move it down below the head. There we go. And while I'm down here, I guess I will adjust some hair. I don't think I need any pink, so I'm just going to remove the pink. I can always get it back if I need it. And I'm just going to fill all this in. Start getting the back of the head here, and I see that my neck is sticking into things. I guess I probably want the neck layer to still be below here. Okay, yeah, that should be okay. I don't know what I want to do with the ear right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and hide it. And now, basically what I want to do is I want her face to be on this side. So I kind of have to figure out how to draw it like that. I can tell it has been a while since I've drawn one of these. It's okay. This is always the awkward part because some parts of her still look like they're facing forward and some parts don't. And it just looks really weird. So I just need a moment. I do. I just need a moment. I'm just gonna clear some of my shading here and we're gonna go ahead and get like the part of her hair up there and everything is gonna kind of go up into the ponytail up here, so it's gonna be a little bit more like this. So I'm just gonna doodle it in to kind of help me see the perspective here. I still can't quite picture where her face will be in all of this. Let's hide the head layer itself. Maybe that'll help me a little bit. Because now this is going to be the back of her head, and this will be in front. And then she's going to have, like, bangs coming out here on the side there, and it'll... there will be shenanigans, and we'll worry about turning every part around here. I'm going to pick some of the low-hanging fruit. Because, you know, just getting certain parts looking correct will make the rest of it easier to see. What did I do on the back of the jacket there? I just connected it and then had a whole egg-shaped hole in the back. Alright. So now the sleeve is actually going to be behind this. And I do not need to show that. Her hand is in the front. And I will go ahead and just adjust the shadows here for now. Like I said, gathering that low-hanging fruit. Doing the things that will just make my life easy. I do like making my life easy. And then... I know that this sleeve will now all just be in shadow, so we're just gonna make it dark. All of it. And I mean, the good news is that if I change my mind, I can always just grab it from the other side, since they are mirrored copies of each other. So there we go, there's some basics. I will go ahead and clear the button holder thingies. Okay. And then I know that things connect from the back. This is something that I've already designed out. Kind of come over here. Yep, and I see some old jacket details there. We don't need them right now. So things are just gonna kind of connect back there. And there will be a hole where the little egg shape will show. And I guess from this angle, we probably don't really see her chest, so I will just go ahead and erase it. I can put it back later if I so desire. And at some point, I'm going to have to reverse the direction of this arm here. I guess I can go ahead and do that now. That won't be that hard. So basically what I want to do is I want to take this part and make it light. And then I take this part and make it dark. This is very quick and dirty, but that's fine. And now it'll be more like this. Just like this. Okay. So now her hand is there on the backside, and I can clear some of the jacket details over here. And voila, her arm is now turned around. And I don't think I necessarily have this in the right place, but you know what? It's fine. We'll fix it. So there's kind of the start of her back. Let's go ahead and cut the egg-shaped hole that I know that I want. It's somewhere around here. Where's the center? Something like this. A little messy right now, but like I said, we're not worried about that yet. We're not worried about that. And then back there, this is where her soul gem is going to go. So there's actually going to be a little bit of skin tone showing there. So this does mean that I kind of want to clear her shirt in this area. And I will go ahead and go to that body layer that I had earlier. And we'll make it skin tone. Hello there, Shinora. Add my shadows real quick, and I will just put the soul gem here. And I will just use this red color for it. There we go. Something like that. I might have made it a little bit big, but it'll be like that. Oh no. Well, I hope you feel better soon. We'll definitely have to make this arm a little bit better, but that's okay. I can do that. Okay. So there is the start. I'll go ahead and clean up some things. Let's see, how much of this? I guess I shouldn't have put this entire thing in shadow, but you know what? It's like I said. I can retrieve it from the other side. So let's go ahead and grab the jacket sleeve here. And I will just copy this over. I changed my mind. Ah, I see. Yeah, earthquakes happen. I've never experienced one, but they do seem pretty scary. Okay, I'm just gonna push this into place. Yeah, I do think it makes more sense, for the shoulder at least, to not be in shadow. But I will put the whole arm in shadow. Just wait for this to go across. I want to keep it at the same vertical height, so I'm using the arrow keys to push it over. And that just makes it a little bit easier. Okay. There we go. And then I just have to, you know, draw it all properly, but that does look better, so. I see. Like I said, we don't get earthquakes here, so I don't really know much about what the scale is like, but they do indeed seem pretty scary. Okay. Oh yeah, and some other low-hanging fruit here. This leg. Ah, I already have the leg behind the shoes here, so I just have to draw on top of the shoes. But yeah, I'm gonna need to reverse these feet, and... ooh, how's that gonna happen? Okay, well, I can at least put the sole of the shoe on this one. This way we kind of see the back side of it. It'll be kind of like this, I think. Oh god, I have to think about feet. I hate drawing feet. Alright, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Okay, but that looks alright. And this one, strictly speaking, I don't actually think changes that much. We just kind of see more of the back here, so I kind of have to think about my design for the back. Oh god, how do I turn feet around? My brain, I can feel the smoke coming out of my ears. It'll be all right. This one's okay now. I do know that this one will be further in front, so I actually kind of want to use my light colors now. And... okay, I think the big thing that I can do to push it forward... let's hide the dress for a moment. Is I draw the back of the shoe overlapping this leg. I don't know exactly where it's gonna go, but I'm sure something like that is going to end up being accurate, and it covers the leg I need it to, so we'll start there. Oh, jeez. Someday. I believe in myself. Do I still struggle with the perspective on feet? Okay, I'm gonna think about it then. So I already know that from the back, it's like low, and we don't really see the ears like this. So these ears will actually kind of like be behind the leg. So I'm gonna kind of let myself cheat a little bit. And I'm just gonna grab this part that I drew here. We're gonna move it to a new layer. And I'm gonna move it behind the leg. Okay, not bad. And then over here, kind of try to draw where it connects. In theory. I guess that doesn't look awful. And then I want to go alter this. And I also know that I want this entire thing in shadow because it's going to be the back foot now. And that includes the cat ears. That is, it's not turned yet, but I'll get there. I don't know what to do with the toes. Indeed. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put the other foot in the light. That'll be like that. And I want to get rid of that. That decor will be a little bit different. This is now the front right here. And the toes will go behind. Actually, yes, you should be in light too. Actually, no, you shouldn't. You're going to be in the dark. Okay. Okay, this is no longer low-hanging fruit. Even if it's something I need to do eventually, I can kind of take a look around here. Let's go ahead and put her ponytail and stuff back on. I'll go ahead and draw the ribbon. I think that'll be pretty straightforward. Let's draw some ribbon. I like drawing ribbons. Ribbons are cute. Especially when they're big and dorky like this. Okay. Like, man, I keep drawing just full body images, and then I keep being surprised that I have to do things like, you know, draw feet. But it's okay. This is how you learn how to do things, so I don't mind. I really don't. It's just, man, I look at it and I'm just like, oh god, I don't want to do it. But that's because it's hard, and hard things are hard. So of course my brain gets a little bit lazy. It's fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna turn this around real quick and decide kind of how the backside of this ribbon looks. And I think it's pretty straightforward. We got a nice fluffy ribbon here. Nice fluffy ribbon. It's gotta be really big if it has that much showing on the top. Oh, did I never straighten you properly? No, you look fine. I must have accidentally erased something. That's okay. They don't have to be perfect mirror images of each other. The only reason I duplicated the layer is just to make my life easy. Okay, so now I have the big center part. This is where the hair will come out of, and... there. Wonderful, wonderful. No problem at all. Like I said, I just want to do all the easy parts first. Get my brain in the groove of thinking about things from the backside before I tackle something like, you know, that. Okay. But now that we're seeing a little bit more of the ribbon, I am gonna try to make them slightly more equal in size. I didn't really worry about it on the other side because it didn't really matter on that side. Okay. The lines I'm gonna clear entirely because everything is faced slightly differently now, and that is okay. Like I said, they don't actually have to be identical. It's okay if they're a little bit different, as long as it showcases what the back of this girl looks like. And we can see her design and costume very clearly. That's what matters here. That's what matters here. And I actually do think that I would like this to turn slightly differently. So I will adjust these frills there, just so... actually, I guess I didn't need to do any of that. I can just draw it, but I forgot about my layer order for a second there. I want this to be a little bit rounder. That is what I desire of this kind of inner part of the ribbon thing. Okay, but I think this shows the back of the ribbon pretty well. They're not exactly the same size, so maybe I should fix that a little bit. Like, I think it looks fine on the front view, just because she is at an angle, and I mean, she's at an angle here too, so I don't think it's really a problem that one of them is slightly smaller than the other, but I think it looks a little bit stranger on the backside for some reason. So that's why I'm fixing it. But yeah, when I'm drawing stuff like this, I often just go right into smoothing things when it makes sense to. And this ribbon is not that different on the back, so I don't mind just going right into making it look nice. I do actually think that I will add a little bit more detail to this, so that means I want a darker color in here. So the reason that I kept all of the values relatively the same over here was because I wanted it to kind of recede into the back a little bit. So I did keep some light parts because I thought it looked nice, but for the most part, I didn't try to add too much detail. But now this ribbon is in the front, right? We're seeing it from the front. So it makes sense to add just a little bit more detail to really bring it out. Let's go ahead and finish these frills. I'll do that before I add the rest of my shading here. So this is gonna kind of complete in here. I'll go ahead and make these a little bit larger. I'm not quite happy with how tiny they are. I might even fix it on the other side. I don't know yet. Wait, I have these facing strangely. Give me a moment. There we go. Do I? No, I had it fine. I changed my mind. Okay. We're good. Let's just go ahead and get these all in there, and I want some on the bottom too. I'm gonna have to switch the color of those, this way I can see while I draw the ones down here. That does tell me we're probably not really gonna see them like at all, but you know what? I want frills on both sides, so I gotta draw them. I'm just not going to get too fixated on how they look. Because it's going to get a little bit lost in her hair here. Just a little bit lost in her hair. Okay. But I do think it's important for them to be there. Just something like this, I guess. This looks fine. And I just clean up the edge a little, and all will be well. All will be well. Okay. That seems pretty good. I'm just kind of getting the last couple of details here right. Why am I at 133%? No wonder everything looks bad. Gotta stop doing that, man. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hide the hair for a second, just so I can shade this properly. It's okay, she'll get her head back later. She doesn't need it right now. It's not really that important for the moment. Yeah, that's not the right color. There we go. Let's just go ahead and add in just a little bit of shading here. Not gonna do anything super special or anything. Just gonna keep it simple. And here I just noticed a little hole, so I figure I should fill that in. All right. Let's go ahead and make this part look a little bit nicer as well. Clean up the edges here just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then I will get the back ones. These ones won't have much detail because they are in the back. So they don't really need a lot of shading or anything, but I do want them to be looking a little bit more complete. After all, this entire thing is on the back of her head. Okay, now I can give her her hair back. And someday she'll even get her head back. Maybe. Okay. So before I add in the lines, I would like to shade the ribbon. Let's make that look nice. There's just gonna be a couple of big folds here. Make it nice and ribbony. And then a little bit on the side here. Just make it nice and bumpy. Okay. And I think that's about all I need. Maybe I'll add just a little bit of dark shadow right there. Just so I can have a little bit more interesting looking. And much like when I was, working on the front side, I do think that I will do a final cleanup pass later. I did draw this pretty neatly, so I probably won't have to do too much with it, but I don't think I'm going to do my full rendering yet. I just want to kind of get the basic ideas down. Now, this ponytail is going to be interesting. I don't think I have to redraw the entire thing, but nonetheless, I would like to get some of these colors switched over. I'll keep some of the shading that I did, but some of it is probably going to be changed. But for the time being, I'll go ahead and just do it like this. And do some quick stuff where I know that I'm going to want some things to be a little bit different. So like this entire area should be light. Because now this part is in front. There. and I want to think about how it connects to the ribbon. I think I'm just going to have it come out the bottom and not worry about it. In that case... No, I do need to... I was thinking in that case, maybe I should just put it underneath the ribbon. The layer underneath the ribbon. But I do think that there are some parts that I would like to overlap the ribbon. So I will just erase over here. And I want to try to get this part as close as possible to what I had on the other side. So that this way they look a little bit more like mirror images of each other, and I'll just have something like this. I think this should be fine. And then we have this veil part. So I kind of gotta finish out that. Let's go ahead and invert the colors here. You're still just the basic white color that I've been using for everything, so rather than fix your opacity, I'm gonna go ahead and get your colors from inverting this. Make my life a little bit simpler. And I already know that I want this to be the light color, so that means it has to be the dark color when I have the colors inverted like this. Let's go ahead and just clean up the shape a little bit. I have to think about where I want it to come out of the ribbon as well. And I think I also would like it to kind of come out of the center. But this one I will keep behind the ribbon, because I think it's gonna kind of come out the backside, like this. And at no point should it overlap the ribbon. But once again, I'm gonna try to keep it looking very, very similar to the front side where I can. They don't have to be identical, but if I can keep them relatively close, I think that will look nice. Okay. Now I would like to think about how this guy comes out. That's why I'm hiding the ponytail for just a moment here. Strictly speaking, this doesn't really make sense, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. The point is, it kind of comes out of the bottom of the ribbon, like ribbon tails. As though they're, you know, some ribbons have those long parts sticking out from after you tie the bow. Yeah, that's kind of the idea I'm going for here. Okay, and I will still keep you black while I figure out this last finger here. Because all of them must be drawn now, because now we see this side. And you can see I was quite messy with drawing this, so now I do kind of have to neaten things up a little. But like I said, that's okay. All is well. And this is also why sometimes when I draw turnarounds like this and your character design sheets, I'm a little bit neater than I normally would be. Just because I know that at some point, I will have to draw the back. And when that happens, I know that I'm still gonna have to clean things up anyway. So if there were ever points when I was doing the front where I seemed needlessly tidy, that's why. Kind of the same when I prepare an illustration for animation. Where I try very hard to keep it extra neat. Because I know that once things start moving around, a lot of things will change in ways that you might not expect. As for example, in an illustration, I tend to keep some of the space that's like under the hair really messy. I don't worry about where I put the shadows under there or how they look. If some eyes are showing, I don't necessarily draw all the eyelashes and that kind of thing. But if I want my character's hair to blow in the wind in an animation, I have to draw everything underneath it. Because if I animate it, the character's hair will not be covering those parts anymore. And it's kind of the same here. So now I have all these parts that were once hidden by her body that no longer are. And I can tell that I was a little bit lazy with some spots. Because now I'm here, and things are messy. And I'm gonna have to do some work to kind of clean it up. Okay. So there's that. Let's turn her jacket back on. All right. Okay, so this is looking pretty all right. Gotta do a stretch here. Kinda have to remember what the back of the head looks like in a high ponytail, so I'm gonna go look up a quick reference. Give me just a moment here. Let's see if I can find the back of someone's head with a high ponytail. You think it wouldn't be this hard, but a lot of people are mostly showing the front. Let me see. Back. Yeah, back view. That works. Show me what the back of your head looks like. I gotta remember. I don't remember how hair connects to, like, the back of your neck. I just don't remember what it looks like. It's been a while since I've drawn something like this. And the last couple of turnarounds that I've drawn have had characters with their hair down. So I haven't had to draw this. Okay. So I guess that means in theory I probably want her ear. I'll go ahead and give her her ear back. Okay, but it's underneath the ponytail, so it's fine. Alright. Let's give her the head. Just so I can see the areas that the hair is going to have to cover. And I'm going to go ahead and hide some of these layers right now, just so that this way I can see a little bit more clearly. Let me pick my colors. Alright. So I already know that the little strands hanging down there are going to be in front. So I'll go ahead and make them dark. Just to send them back. Okay. Now I can use this to kind of help me gauge the shape of her head a little bit. Because, man, I don't remember some of these things. I gotta be careful kind of clearing this, because some of that is actually, like, over here. I don't quite know how all this is gonna shake out, but I will do my best. Okay, so there's kind of the rough shape of the head there. Maybe I should just... I'll keep the head, but I'm gonna draw out the body a little bit more here. So the neck will come up. And kinda... yeah, go into the head like this, and... this is just gonna be a neck stump. Just to help me visualize things a little bit again. Something like that, I guess. I don't quite know, but this seems fine so far. So I'll keep rolling with it, I guess. Okay. So far, so good. Back to hair. Okay. Let me look at the way it looks from the ear. So from the ear, there's like... I think I will need part of the head. So I guess I'll keep it. In that case, you're going to need to be back there. And I'm going to need you in shadow. So I will just paint the entire thing dark. Okay. That should work, okay. And then once again, I need the hair color. Alright. It's alright, I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Man, I'm just doing so much brain exercise the past few days between working on my photo study to remembering how to turn things around like this. Let's see, I know the ear doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in shadow too. Actually, you know what? We'll use this shadow. And maybe I'll actually do something like this. Okay. Again, just trying to help myself picture stuff. Okay. Let's see what I got here. Getting all my brain exercise. It'll do something kind of like this. It goes above the ear. And I see that there's like a gap around where the ear is. That'll probably be on this side too. The other ear we don't see, but we should see some of this stuff like this. And then it kind of comes together in the back. Something like that, I guess. That's kind of what I see. It looks a little bit weird right now, but that is kind of what I see. Let's go ahead and turn my stuff on and see how things are looking. Yeah, I guess it's not so bad. It could be worse, but it's a start. I think I'll clean that up later, but when I zoom out, it seems okay. I think I want different colors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that neck that I drew. Where are you? Where did I put the body? There you are. And I kind of want you to be a light color. Okay, and then I want the head to be closer to the shadow color. And then like the part where the jaw comes down will be darker, I guess. So we'll kind of turn that around, and I guess that's okay. Is that really my shadow color? It looks a bit strange. Let me turn off the blush on her head here, once I find it. Here we are, and blush, and I'll pull it from here. Okay, nope, I have the right color. We're good. I wanted to verify that. Okay, but that seems alright. Yeah, that's not bad. And then the structure of the hair. And like I said, I'll probably clean this up further a little bit later. But I just kind of want to get it started. Oops, I should probably lock my layer here. So this part will be like this, and then I'll have some parts where the hair kind of gathers upward like this. And looks like it's being tied up. There we go. Something like that. Something like that. And then I will add a few darker areas just right around the ribbon. And back here. And underneath the ponytail to separate them a little bit better. And I don't know what's going on here. I think it was just part of the head, and now it doesn't look right, so I will clean that. There. Okay. That works for now. I guess I'll put a little bit more detail on the ponytail. Kind of get that going. So, I don't know, just make it look more hair-like. Right now, it's just a little boring, and it's gonna bother me because it's so prominent in the back. I don't want it to be boring, and I don't want to be bored while I'm trying to make this look good, you know? So, we will... I'll just put in some detail here. Make it look nice. Sometimes I just have to do things for the sake of my sanity. And it's okay. Sanity is important too. Okay, but I think this should be okay for now. Maybe just add a couple more little spots to make it nice. Okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. That should be fine until I'm ready to smooth everything out. Oh god, we're getting lower. That means I'm gonna have to do the feet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do a little bit of work on the back of her jacket now. So the big thing that's off is this sleeve. I'm looking at the angle that it's at here, and I'm wondering if I can just be lazy and kinda... Do I still have... Okay, no, I had something for the shoes. I was wondering if I still had part of her sleeve copied. So I'm gonna go see if I can just reuse the sleeve I have drawn here. Oh no, I don't want to paste you there. What am I talking about? I want to paste you all the way over here. Where are you? Here you are. And then I just bring it over here and transform it. Takes a second because I'm using the arrow keys, but I really don't want to throw off its vertical height too much. I guess it didn't matter here since I was gonna be moving it around anyway. Okay, yeah, I think I can reuse most of that. So I'll just leave that there. I'm not going to merge it yet, but I will clear some of the details on the sleeve. That won't be hard to redraw if I decide I need them later. And that's now in the wrong spot, which is fine. Okay. So there we go. That's some nice basic stuff there. Let's go ahead and get this egg shape in the jacket correct now. Humu humu. Alright. I'm just gonna liquefy it into place. But the way she's angled, I think it makes more sense to have it, like, right here. And I will move the little soul gem as well. Where did I put that? Right here. Right on top of the body. That makes sense. Now then, what the heck are you? You are some hair. That just got moved around in that area. Well, you definitely don't need to exist on the back. And then what's the rest of this? Just shirt? Yep. Clear all of this. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna hide the ponytail for a second just so I can really feel out where I want this hole to be because I don't think I like it there. It just feels really lopsided. Let's go ahead and just move it on over here. I'll move the soul gem at the same time. They can move together. Okay, that seems better. That seems a lot better. Mostly. I'm gonna push the top just a little bit further this way. There we go. There we go. And I think the soul gem is still in a fine place there. So let's go ahead and turn these other layers back on. Okay, looks good. I will need to connect the sleeve a little bit better, but I think I'm just going to leave it there for now. And then I kind of want to decide how the bottom of her jacket should be. So actually, I'm going to hide the ponytail again. And now, with the way that I have this drawn, the center is actually a little bit further to the right here. So I need to get rid of those frill details, unfortunately. Because some things have moved. Some things have moved. Okay. So now I'm going to do some experiments to see how I want the back to be. Do I want it to angle upward like this? Or do I prefer it going just straight across? Mostly straight across. Like, obviously, the shape I have drawn there doesn't look great yet. But to be fair, I barely worked on it. So let's do some things to make it a little bit nicer. Just a little bit nicer here. Yeah, I think I prefer the flat look. I'm not going to merge this layer yet. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there so I can easily change my mind and take a look at it later. But right now, I think I do like that. Okay. So we will keep going here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and work out the color of the jacket and the color of her shirt. So what I think I'd like to do is the way it connects to these two sleeves here. I want it to kind of fold downward. Like this. I have the center of her body kind of like right there. And then it'll just come out into her shirt there. And yes, I think that looks quite good. And the shoulder is raised. So the jacket will kind of come up a bit. Actually, it's not raised that high, is it? Her shoulder is actually more like here. Because that sleeve is so dang poofy. It actually might even be a little bit high there. Let me push it down just a little bit. Okay, I think that's all right. I think that's all right. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. Then we have the shirt here. Let's go ahead and finish erasing that button, and I will grab this to kind of make the lines here that weren't there before because of the button holders. Clean up some things here because I assume that some stuff there was covered up. Whereas it no longer is now, and kind of over here I feel like this needs to come out a little bit more, this way I have this drawn. Okay, that seems all right. And I'll go ahead and give it some lines. There. Okay. And now I finish off the frills here. They all gotta kind of come out. Have a good day. Show themselves. Can't be shy anymore. Gotta come out and greet the world. Alright. This will rub up against the back of her neck there. Because it's kind of going all the way around. I'm just trying to get the angle of this frill right, because I kind of don't like the way it looks right now, and I think that's a lot better. So I'll introduce some shadows, and I think I'll call that good. Okay, there we go. Got all that wrapping around. Honestly, it feels weird to be here this late. It's like I looked over at the clock and I was like, huh, I was supposed to stop like 30 minutes ago. Or no, I wasn't. Or I was supposed to stop in like 30 minutes. But, no, we just got started. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and add some little frills to the bottom of the coat here. Like I said, I don't mind that it's a little bit messy down here right now. I still haven't completely decided if this is the route that I want to go, but I do think I like it. I'll just do it like this for now. And yeah, I guess I'll turn around this sleeve now. So this part should actually be, you know, all in here, and then we get where the sleeve is kind of coming out. Actually, how do I want to do you? I guess I just cut in a little bit more like this and do some foldy things. I don't know. I might have to look up how these kind of poofy sleeves look like from the back, because that looks pretty bad. Let's see. Puff sleeve. Back view. How you look, guys? I don't actually know what you look like. I really don't. Yeah, flatter. I guess something like that makes sense. I don't know, man. I think it's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get this side looking a little bit better. Right now it's, I don't know, blobby, kind of ugly. Get a little fold around the waist here. There we go. That looks better. I've already established our marshmallow is fine. I don't need to touch it other than maybe to put in a few shadows from the ponytail, which I don't think I'll do right now. I want to have the ponytail finished before I really get into the nitty-gritty there. Which means feet. Well, here goes nothing. Okay. Oh, God. So what I think I gotta do is I kind of want to take this foot and skew it so that it's going upward. I'm not sure if that made any sense whatsoever, but I know what I'm talking about. So I kind of want to take her toes here and then just skew this so that the toes go upward. Maybe not like that, but that's the basic idea. Let me look up I just want to look up a boot. Oh good, and this is like the exact angle that I want to. Awesome. Let's just stare at it. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Maybe it would just be easier to draw it again. Yeah, I don't think I can make this look the same. I don't know, maybe I should just liquefy it then. Kinda. Man. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna draw it again. So I'm gonna hide the decor layer a little bit, and I'm just gonna take my eraser and just erase. God, I thought I unlocked you. Dang nabbit. tablet keeps thinking I'm double-clicking for some reason. I wish it would stop. Okay. And then I just do this and this and... it's magic. Don't worry, I got this. And... I don't know, man. We have, like, the back of the heel here, and it curves something... that's a bit too sharp of a curve, but... that's kind of the idea. Okay. I think I can mostly see it now. Let's go ahead and just make the entire area here light, and then it'll, like, wrap around. We get some folds there. And then there will be a few folds around the ankle still. And then I want this leg to just be completely in shadow, so I will use the dark shadow and we'll paint it like this. Okay. That is good enough for now. I will leave it like that for now. And then we have, like, the back of the heel here. And it'll go around here. This is where the toes are. We might see it just kind of come up a little bit. And then I know that I wanted to have a line in the back and then some other kind of decorations coming around in the back here. I don't know, man. I had them drawn like that, but I'm not sure if that's how I want it to be, but this much is at least correct. This much is at least correct. I think I might need it to go a little bit further down in the back, but... okay. I turned it around. That's what matters right now. I got the low-hanging fruit here. Let's pull her toe out just a little bit. Pull that toe. I just felt like her feet were a little bit small. Pull this back a little. Pull this out a little bit, make the heel look a little bit rounder. Okay, now let's get her foot flat on the ground. Okay, I don't think I have the toe the right size yet, but everything else I think is there. Let's pull the toe up. It may not be quite long enough. But there we go. I think this is fine for now. I probably should have made them overlap. And then what I need to do is I actually need to take, like, this entire thing, pull it down a little. Oh, I have just the shoe layer selected. I need the whole thing. So you need to come down a little. And then the other one needs to come up a little. Because their positions should be reversed now. I think I want the other one to come down a little bit more. And I'm just going to remove this back leg. Oh no, I need it. Okay, never mind. We keep the back leg. It's important, I guess. But I will move it in front of the forward leg. And then the forward leg needs to kind of come up. Okay, there we go. They look a little bit more reversed now. I will remove the toes here, though, and get her foot in the boot there. There we go. Okay, they're looking more reversed. I don't feel like she's stable on the ground yet, so that tells me I think I need to move the back leg a little bit more down. Okay, that seems alright. And I guess I'll move the other one a little bit further up. I didn't realize I had the leg in there, but I think this is fine. We'll kind of get him underneath the floof there. Since that's what happens to the leg on the other side. So I think this kind of makes sense. Like, this leg gets kind of lost in the floof, so I think it makes sense for this one to get a little bit lost in the floof. Does it? I don't know. That might be too low. I think it's a little bit too low, so I guess I'll move the leg with it. It's fine. It's fine. I need this layer too. Okay. Forward leg, get back in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and connect her back leg. I might need to do some more moving around, but not having her leg connected will drive me nuts, so let's just get it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty convincing to me. Looks like she's turned around, and I'll even be able to draw what the underside of her shoe looks like. So that'll be pretty cool. I'll make it look like paws. Forgot to put little paw prints in there. Alright. Anything else I want to do? Just thinking about it a little. Not really. I might end up erasing the little bit of the hair showing in the armpit there, but besides that, it's really just a matter of making it all look nice. And this is the power of digital, of just being able to draw the backside in one day with like minimal edits here. And have it just really look like the backside. I don't have to paint the entire thing from scratch. It's wonderful. Now, if I were going to do the side, that I would have to paint from scratch. And that is too much work, which is why I am only going to do front and back here. I might do a shot where I hide the ponytail, but that'll be the most I do, I think. For a proper design sheet, I honestly think front and back is enough to cover like 90% of what people would want to see. I think just seeing this would let people draw this character if they were so inclined. And then I plan to take some parts out and probably redraw some of them to make it to show close-ups. Like I'd like to do some close-ups of the buttons here, for example. And maybe this and the veil. But honestly, I don't really feel like I need too many close-ups here. This design is extremely straightforward. Yeah, alright, well, let's get cleaning. As always, I'm going to start with stuff on top, so that's going to be the ponytail here. I'm even going to do the ponytail before the ribbon. And I guess I should check. Does it maintain the silhouette? Yeah, I think so. Cool. Sounds good to me. I see that I'm going to have to do some shenanigans with this veil, but I kind of expected that, so here we are. Okay, let's get the shape of this nice. I think for that, I'm going to go ahead and lop off her head for a moment. Oh, I don't have the head in the same group as the hair anymore. Okay. Oh, in that case, she's just going to be slightly bald. Only slightly. Okay. So I kind of want to think about how it comes out of this ribbon. I did the quick and dirty version, but I want it to only come out the bottom here. So it's going to do something kind of like this. And I want to make sure that I get this shape looking real nice. And I want it to kind of... It comes out the bottom, but I want it to look poofy. So I'm going to add a little lump on top there. Just a little one. And it's just gonna go. See, and this is exactly why I wanted to do the ponytail before I messed around with the veil too much. Alright. So I think that shape looks much more pleasant. And now I can just comfortably draw this. And I think I will put a dark color right through here. We're just going to get rid of all the details since it is underneath the hair here. And that way I can see this curve on the ponytail a little bit more clearly. I want to get it just right. Okay. So now it's just a matter of gradually filling all this out, getting those curves looking nice. And then it'll be done, and I don't have to redraw the entire thing. Only parts of it. Only the parts of it that are different. Okay, and now I need to focus on the curve through here, so I should actually, like, zoom out for that. Because I haven't drawn this yet. So I have it doing something kind of like this. And that seems fine by me, honestly. Maybe just a little bit more shapely. It's okay, I have total freedom here because this area was covered up before. How does that look? Still a little bit strange, I think. I don't think I like it popping out quite this hard. It's fine for it to do it on that side. Even if I don't have it doing it on this side. Gotta do what looks good in the end. And I do think that this looks a little bit better here, so... let's go ahead and perfect this curve. I really should have done that first. It's all good, though. Okay. And then I think I want it to be a little curvier over the marshmallow, which is why I didn't shade anything just yet. I will always call that dress a marshmallow. It just looks so puffy and marshmallow-like to me. And I'm very happy to make her look very marshmallowy, because then I can make the joke that Homura just wanted to make s'mores. Delicious, delicious s'mores. Okay, and you know what? While I'm thinking about it, I actually want to adjust this a little. I want this part to be higher. And this part needs to be poofier. So that this way it matches a little bit better with the other side. That part was covered by the chin before, so that's why I didn't have it like that, but now that it is not, I need to draw it correct. And that looks so much better. I mean, look at it. So much better. Alrighty, let's see here. How do I feel about this curve? Looks pretty good to me. Alright. Let's go clean it up. I think I have the edge of that pretty smooth. It's not bad. So let's take it the rest of the way there. Just gotta go over that edge again. That's why I should have perfected the curve first, but oh well. These things happen. Okay. Gentle curve. A gentle, gentle curve. I like it. So let's see how far I can get. How long did that take me? Oh yeah, I'm already only about halfway through, so I think we can probably get pretty far. I'm not sure if I want to attempt the feat. Hello there, Leon. And thank you. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I want to attempt to clean up the feet today, but maybe I can get to everything else. That'd be pretty cool. The backside is just so much easier once I've drawn the front side. There's always so much less to do. So first I just want to perfect this outer edge here, and then I will worry about all the shading on the inside. Most of this I think I can keep the same, because this is how it was in the other view. That's the area that actually showed on the other side, so I know that it probably looks pretty okay. Okay, down here and around here. Just make that super smooth, and yeah, there we go. That's it. Let's go ahead and get that inside. All right. I'm just gonna stretch real quick. I need to do more stretching. In general, my chest has been a little bit stiff, but I mean, to be fair, that's because my kids keep hitting me in it, and I have surgical scars. I kinda messed up my muscles there. Okay. Okay, well there we go. So now let's get some of the shadows in here, right? What I had there to keep myself sane earlier actually still looks pretty good. But this is why I didn't want to go too detailed on it, because I knew that I'd be killing a lot of it. Because, I mean, that's just how things work. You know, that's just how it goes. It's all good. But I needed something there, otherwise it was just gonna be staring at me, bothering me the entire time. And I didn't want to deal with that. Hello there, Carovid. Welcome. Okay. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? No, I like this part being light. That does look better like that. It is going very well. Back view is already almost done. I mean, I haven't like drawn any of the details on it yet, but she is turned around. And I pretend like I know what I'm doing with feet, and they're good enough for now. I'll fix them up later. Oh yes, everything is going extremely well. I am already up to cleaning, so I'm just kind of blocking in the big shapes of this ponytail here, and then I'll go clean it all up. And I could even reuse parts of what I used on the front there, so I don't have to like redraw any of this. I just had to change the colors. So for now, I'm just figuring out how to make the ponytail nice and hair-like and get all the details that I want in it. Right now, it just does not look sufficiently fluffy to me. So, gotta make it fluffier. Very important. Gotta be fluffy. I mean, just like, look at this guy. Doesn't he just look so squishable? Gotta make everything fluffy. Alright. Just kind of thinking of how I want these various shapes to sit. And some of them just are not quite in the right place here. I want this part to be a little bit lighter, because there's like... I don't know, it almost looks like a plane change, like right through here. If I was putting highlights on this hair, I'd put a highlight right there, 100%. Okay, there we go. That's looking a little bit better. I feel like there should be something right here, but nothing I put down looks good. Maybe I should just do it like this. Yeah, I guess that looks alright. Lessen this guy a little bit and let him kind of come back up. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, yeah, that works for me. Get this curve right. And shortly I'll be able to just go in and render it all out. Okay, and I do think I will put a little tiny dark spot right at the base of the ribbon here. Just because up there's looking a little boring. Okay. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Alright, let's go in. Just as always, I like to draw this out first. Make sure that I actually understand what I'm going to be shading, because, you know, once I zoom in like this, I can't see anything at all. And if I tried to put all of those little strands down while I was zoomed in like this, I would completely lose track of the big picture, and it probably wouldn't look very good. So, definitely got to get those big picture ideas out before I zoomed in. Oh. Nice. Didn't see much of the moon yesterday. Was it a cool one? I didn't look outside. Most excellent. Well, I'm glad you got some good pictures. Sounds like it was a fun night. Alright, and rendering all this is going to be pretty dang straightforward. Just as always, gotta go in and make it all smooth. Really, all this portion is just taking what I drew before, smoothing it out. Nice and easy. Just perhaps a little bit time-consuming. But very easy, very brain-dead. I just want to get those little spikes right. Everything's got to taper off nicely. And I want to put a little curve in there, since that's kind of the direction that the hair is going. I think it'll make it look just a little bit nicer. Even though I described this as mostly brain dead, it's not devoid of decision making yet. Can't completely turn your brain off. But if I'm being honest, with in any creative activity, even if you're doing easy stuff, I don't think you should ever completely turn your brain off. If it wanders too much, you're gonna do silly things on autopilot. Very, very silly things. I'm trying to think of the silliest thing I've done on autopilot, but... I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I guess the best I got is that half the time I draw hands backwards. Or I will have the thumb like on the wrong side, or the fingers pointing the wrong direction. Alas. I mean, if you want to do it, just tell your brain to shut up and go do it. Brains are silly. You gotta force them into submission sometimes. I like to bribe mine. I say, okay, we draw for 5 minutes and then you get a cookie. Or can look at this other thing that you want to look at. I don't know. What bribery works depends on the day. That's why I say just, go do the thing. Always go do it. If the desire is there, go do it. Okay, there's a piece of dirt on my monitor. I guess I should clean my monitor at some point. It's probably due for it. My laptop monitor. For the record, I stream on a desktop, not my laptop, but my laptop monitor. I didn't realize how dirty it was until I sat in the sun with my kids this morning, and I was like, holy cow, how do I even see through this thing? So he got a good clean this morning. So it might be time to clean this monitor too. Okay. That looks pretty good. I think that's probably good enough here. Maybe just make this look a little bit less blobby. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll make this guy just slightly less blobby, and then I'm gonna move on down. I actually drew this pretty smooth, so that's nice. That'll be a little bit less work for me now. It is. It is. Oh no. It's okay. I tend to be pretty bad about cleaning stuff. I can't even remember the last time I cleaned out my keyboard. It's probably due. There's probably some stuff in it. But, like, I haven't had any trouble hitting keys, so there's nothing that bad in it. The big thing that tends to make me want to clean my keyboard is when the keys start getting stuck, so... And I can't hit them properly. And that hasn't happened, so I'm sure it's fine. Alright, let's get this lovely curve. Nice and smooth. It must be as lovely on the inside as it is on the outside. So I want to follow that curve very closely, because I think it is a wonderful little curve. I don't want to change anything about it at all. Yeah, that's good. Maybe just a little bit more right through there, but yep, this is good. And then here's where I had to change some colors, so I am gonna have to kind of smooth it all out. Just so those jagged edges don't show. But that's okay, that won't take too long. Won't take long at all. Alright. Yeah, these ones are going to be real easy to get rid of, because this is just where the highlights were in the other one. But this area doesn't have highlights, so I just get to eat them. Devour them, they shall be no more. Wonderful. Okay, and then I'll just go over these real quick, get rid of that weird, like, half a pixel dark edge around them. But at the very least, I know the shapes are pretty good. And we'll just casually clean things up. I get the feeling the next week or so is going to involve a lot of cleaning. Because I've already made most of the decisions, and now I just gotta make everything pretty. That's okay. That part of the process is always pretty relaxing. This is often where, if I have some design I want to work on or something, that if I have the brain for that, sometimes I'll put the thing I'm working on aside and go work on it. But this is kind of where my brain gets to zone out a bit. Not completely. Take a break. Helps stop me from burning out too hard. Because I'm not just at 100 all the time. I get to go down to like, I don't know, 5. 5% brain here. Yeah. And this will be the end of the ponytail. Oh, congrats. I'm glad you can now do the thing. It's always worth doing the thing. I am so honored to be background music for people doing a thing. I really am. Okay. Okay. I think I've only got like a few more to smooth out here. Oh no, there's a few more up there. Okay. So still got a little bit. Unfortunately, smoothing out a little bit time consuming because I gotta get all my nice little curves just right. And if I'm off, I'm sad. I just like making them look very nice. Okay. I think that's good for the lower part there. There's maybe a couple of dark spots, but I don't think they look bad, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I will just get rid of the last few stray pixels here, and all should be well. I just don't like how jagged that edge is there. I want everything to be nice and smooth. I am very particular about my level of smoothness in my cel-shaded stuff. Some of the other ones I'm a little bit less particular, but I mean, I realize it's been a while since I've done something soft-edged. I think the last thing I've done with kind of softer, smooth edges was actually my VTuber model here. This is how I used to draw all the time. Okay, there we go. Looks good to me. Let's go ahead and turn her hair back on. This way I don't have to look at silly baldness. Alright. Let's smooth out this ribbon. And then get those details on it. I don't know what you're talking about. Marshmallows are delicious. Always eat delicious food. Why wouldn't you want to eat delicious food? Okay, there's the bottom there. And I will want to move these very dark lines closer to the edge of the frills here. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. Why are you gonna regret it later? Are you gonna eat so many that you give yourself a tummy ache or something? Alas. Well, don't do that. You gotta show some restraint. Otherwise it'll be sad for the poor marshmallows that you're devouring. Okay, that looks pretty alright there. Let's go ahead and make this look a little bit fluffier. There we go, that's pretty fluffy. Everything must be fluffy. Okay. And from here, I think I can just smooth out my big folds, and all will be well. And all will be well. This one's gonna be nice and quick, because I basically already have the frills done. I guess I can smooth them out a little bit, but they already look pretty okay to me. I'll just give them a tiny bit more attention in a couple of key areas. I mean, as always, when in doubt, Hatsune Miku. If you don't know what to draw, just draw Miku. It'll work out. It's one of the weirder pieces of art advice that I heard, but I don't know, man. It's worked for me every time. I'm glad to pass that little bit of art advice on to the world. It has yet to fail me. Alright, and there we go. That's slightly neater frills. Do I want to change the ones down here at all? Maybe a little. But I think they're pretty okay. Especially since they're just gonna meld with the hair a little bit. Okay. There we go. I guess it's time to clean up the little veil part there, which is gonna be a little bit of a nightmare. Because I have to draw lines. So many lines. Most excellent. Ah, sounds like you got lots of pictures. That is also excellent. I think I missed coloring a spot right there. Let me turn off the ponytail for a moment. How did I draw you? Yeah, you definitely should have something. Okay. There we go. No problem. Okay, now my nightmare begins, because it is time to go in and draw these parts that are just going around the veil here. Let me... There's a shenanigan here, though. There be shenanigans here. The edge I did not clean very well at all right there. I definitely should. Okay. So I inverted the colors so that everything will be nice and easy to see, and now I will just make this edge look nice. I thought that I had already done this, but I clearly have not, so let's do it now. Yeah, over here's kind of messy too. I don't feel like fixing your opacity, so I will just grab my color from over there since they are the same, and I will actually make this look nice. Are you just a straight piece of ponytail or something? You are. Okay. And actually, I realized I didn't finish drawing the ribbon. I forgot to draw the line decorations on it. I'll go do that after I finish cleaning this. Gotta say, she looks surprisingly good in black. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That all looks pretty good to me. Okay. I will check the other side before I reinvert the colors. Maybe just a little bit of blobbiness right there, but otherwise I think it all looks fine. There, and now I will actually draw my ribbon decorations. Oh, still have my inverted color. I don't need it here, so let's get this all in there. This doesn't match perfectly with the other side, but it is fine. Now I can finally draw some of these things that have been sitting in my head for a while. But I always knew how this ribbon looked from the back. I just couldn't show it on the other side. Maybe I should hide the ponytail for this, but I'm pretty sure I can just draw it. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Okay, there we go. Now the ribbon is done for real. Okay, now I can get back to what I was doing before. So yeah, I guess I'll go draw all of these little lines again. Oh god, save me. Okay, here we go. Just gotta get around each of these little fingers. And then up the side. Fortunately, most of this still looks okay, so I don't have to completely redraw it. I might go back to that brush that I was using that has no size jitter. Yeah, I think I will, actually. So this is just ye old basic hard round. Nothing applied. Oh god, it feels so weird not to have pen pressure to size. But it's what I need here, so it'll be fine. Oh god. Now I have to go all the way up here. I'm terrified. I am legitimately terrified here. I guess I'll start from the top. Can you be black so I can see a little better? Yeah, that'll make my life a little bit easier. Just have to focus for a second here, so can't talk and draw lines like this at the same time quite as easily. This requires so much brain. And I continue to be baffled that being unable to draw a straight line is like people's go-to for describing how they can't draw. Because god, drawing straight lines is hard. It's so hard, man. Oh god, and I need to redraw all of this. This is all wrong. Okay. Yeah, you can't connect there. You have to connect to the one at the bottom. There we go. Alright, now I draw the second one. This is where I question my life choices. So hard. Why did I decide on this kind of design? Why does this kind of design have to look nice? Why does it have to look so good when it's so hard? It is the kind of hard that always just drives me slightly crazy. Okay. I kind of want to adjust the tip here. Make that look a little bit nicer here. Okay, I think that is perfect. Or maybe more accurately, that is fine. So, I'll just go to the other side. This side I have less to draw, so I'm happy. It's like, yay! I just have a couple of lines to draw. I might have to draw more if I decide to do a view where I kind of hide the ponytail a bit more. But, you know what? That's a problem for future me. Current me is good. Okay, then I just want to put in a few little shadows from the ponytail here. A little bit for the ribbon. Same with here. I will put a few of these little things in shadow. But the rest are perfect just the way they are. Okay. Now then, I need to change this yellow color to the lighter color. Because it is no longer in the background. Actually, I will keep that part in shadow so I don't have to go grab the color again. And now I can draw the little dots. Let me make sure that they are the proper color here. They are. Most excellent. We're gonna have a dot of about this size right about here and here. Dot of about this size right about here. It's a little inconsistent, but I think it's okay. Actually, these ones are a bit too small. There we go. That's better. Okay. Yep, I think that's it for that area. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the back of her head. I'm gonna go do that now, even though the layer is technically all the way at the bottom. I just want to get the front of her head looking nice. Right now it is a little bit of a mess. Just because I wasn't quite sure how to draw it. I'm gonna hide the ponytail real quick and try to get it to look good without all these things covering her head. Because all those things covering her head, they let me cheat, right? So I should be a little bit less cheaty if I can help it. Just a little. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get my high ponytail reference again, so this way I remember how the kind of hair on the back of your neck looks. Because I have not drawn that in a long time. It's been a very, very long time. So how does it go above the ear? It kind of sits on top of it. So we'll get it to kind of sit on top of it like this. Yeah, something like that. Okay. And then maybe just a little bit of it shows here. We see a little bit of forehead. And I imagine the shape is different for every person. But it's fine. I don't mind drawing this person that I managed to find on a random stock photo on Google. Sounds good to me. Just about anything is fine. And I feel like it turns a little bit this way and then goes down. And we get a little bit strandy down here. So I'll go ahead and draw in those strands as well. And then on the other side, I can't really see it because her ponytail's covering it, but I think something like this should be okay. Just go ahead and try to make this look like the back of a head and call it good. Nice and strandy. I think that looks pretty good. As good as it can at 133%. So for some reason I keep wanting to zoom in there. Okay. And I will still just shade this with my other layer on, with my ponytail layer on. But this way I don't have to go into too much detail on all this, but I kind of just want to know where everything is. And now this is looking pretty alright. Hooray for stock photos on the internet. They make life so much easier. Okay, and then I want kinda the front hair to be dropping down here. We'll round out the back of her head just a little bit here. Oh yeah, it's very useful. You gotta know what things look like if you want to be able to capture them properly. Okay, and I think this is okay. I'll go ahead and draw just a couple of strands here and there. Let's zoom in and smooth some of this out. I'll let this front hair kind of follow where her jaw is, because I guess we kind of see it. Yep. So I guess it'll be something like this. Because this hair is going to be in front. And then I want to do the same for the hair on this side. It'll kind of follow the shape of her head here. I don't know if this is accurate, but it's what I'm going to go ahead and draw for now. I kind of feel like her jaw should be on the other side, though, so maybe it's the way I drew this. I should go put it over here. I'm gonna hide her hair for a second there while I kind of position this. I don't know. I kind of don't want it on that side, though. So in that case, maybe I should, switch how I drew this hair to the other side. Humu. Let me see. So yeah, this ear is like on the far side of the jaw. So yeah, we'd see it come out that way. So do I just have it in the wrong spot? Should I just have it a little bit more like this? I will play around for a little bit. I don't know, man. Should I just make it so we don't see the jaw at all? That might actually make the most sense at this angle. Just erase everything here. No, I feel like we should see a little bit of the jaw at this angle. Which way is she supposed to be looking anyway? Where does it come down? So if this is here, we should see kinda... Maybe like this? I'll put it back. Perspective is hard. I'm gonna go ahead and just make this entire area dark. I don't actually know where I want to put this. I'm not sure. So I think I think I'm just gonna get rid of it and call it good. Maybe I won't do a view without the ponytail then, because I kind of need it to take my perspective. I'll go put it back the way it was for now. And I'll see about making it all look a little bit more correct a little bit later. I think I'm gonna have to look around at some pictures or something. Because as is, it does kind of feel like the jaw is supposed to be on the other side. Which leaves me slightly confused. I wonder if I can find a similar pose here, see if I can find a bit of reference I can use. Let's see here. Because, yeah, well, on this side, the ear opposite is the ear showing, because the... Basically, let me back up and try to explain why my brain is breaking at the moment. So on this side, we see the ear on the side facing us here. And I mean, that makes sense, right? Of course we would. And then on this side, this ear is facing us, so I would think that the jaw would be on this side, right? Should they be on the same side? I kind of have her head pointing this way. Let me unlock this, but I kind of have her head pointing this way right now. A little forward out there. I'm debating on whether or not that is correct, or if I should move this ear to this side. But I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. I'll just go ahead and mirror the head here. We'll put the jaw on that side. And I will adjust the hair accordingly. So that means... Let's actually take a moment to get this into place here. Where do I want the jaw to be? Where is it on these ladies here? I swear, I just get stuck on the most random things, but it's fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this hair looking correct now. We have a jaw here, apparently. That ear, not at all in the right place, but I think it's fine. It's gonna be covered up. And then over on the other side, I need this to be a little bit thicker then. It just now the hands are like backwards and shenanigans, and I hate it. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Oh. The angle of the head isn't very strong, so I do think that this kind of thing is correct. A little bit of the head showing here. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe I have it a little bit more of an angle than that. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Let's not complicate this any more than I already have. and then I will smooth it. Okay. This should be fine. Yeah, I think it's okay. I'm not convinced it's, like, totally accurate, but I think it's fine. Alrighty, and I do think I will kill the hair showing there. Alright, let's see here. There's like a part of shirt showing over here, I think, or is that just part of the body layer? Now that I look at it, it's kind of fleshy toned. Sure is. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Let's go ahead and smooth out the hair then. Get everything looking pretty. And if I have it drawn like this, then that also means that I kind of want the neck going up that way, which I think is okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. I guess I should draw the neck as well while I'm over here. Let's see, you are part of shirt decor. I just need to shave you down a little bit to get the shape of the neck right. And let's see, this could be a little bit smoother. Oh, I have the layer locked. No wonder it's not smoothing. Okay. And then this should not be like this anymore. I still think this connects to her neck just fine. Normally, I would insist on finishing the hair first, but I do think I kind of want to get the neck looking good. I think that will help me a little bit. And I would like to smooth out the back of the head a little bit here. And over here too, for that matter. I can tell it's been a very long time since I've drawn a ponytail. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the neck just so I don't have to find this layer again. Just get it all looking very nice. Do I want to put little shadows under the hair? I don't think that they are technically correct, but I do think it helps separate the body from the hair and will make those little extra little hairs there a little bit more clear, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I am just a shape sculptor, so I don't mind if it's not realistic. Gotta make these distinctions clear. Okay. Yep, that looks pretty alright. And I do think, like, those frills are, like, 90% correct, so I'll just put a little shadow around there, too. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that looks fine. Fine enough. Let's go smooth out that hair. Okay, so I guess first I want to make sure that I have the area under the ponytail defined nicely. I'll put a few shadows around the ribbon as well, just because I think it looks nice. And I want to make sure that those ribbon frills are nice and separated. Okay. But besides that, I do think I will do this kind of middling tone into the light before I do the darkest spots. I just like working that way. It is my preference. I'm actually not really sure why. It's like I was thinking about it, and I'm not entirely sure why I prefer doing it this way. Yeah, nothing's really come to mind, I just do. It's okay, sometimes it's like that. Okay. Yeah, so all this is really doing is showing that her hair is being pulled up from the back, up into where that ribbon is, and most of her hair is just up in the ponytail. So it's pretty straightforward to draw. I will put a few shadows around the little veil bit. I don't think it needs that much definition, but I'll give it a little bit. Just due to being translucent. I don't think I need to do too much with it. I just like doing it like this will give it slightly more presence. But you can see, even in the part in the back here, I'm actually just shading normally underneath it. Okay. And now I'll just, use whatever shapes I think look nice and call it good. Don't gotta make things hard. I tell that to myself because otherwise I will definitely try to make things harder than they need to be. I know myself too well. Okay, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Just got a few places left to kind of smooth out, and I think that'll be it. Put some little baby hairs in here, I guess. Sounds good to me. After all, when drawing hair like this, I don't want the size of each of the little tufts to be the same. Otherwise it'll get kind of monotonous and boring, so I try to vary them up a lot. Like, a lot. And some of these were getting to be kind of the same width and length. So adding some baby ones in there to kind of change things up a bit seems like a good idea. Oh yeah, because that's right, there's the shadow on the veil itself here. So no, this is all fine. I was worried about a potential little color shift there that I thought looked strange. But I do believe it is correct, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm also not really worried about cutting into those dark areas because I know I'm gonna be going over them again very soon. Very soon. Once I kind of finish touching up this last little bit on the side here. Okay, that seems pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab my darkest color and start straightening out all of this. And this side will have no pink tips. So I don't have to do anything. The hair will just be done. And thus everything will just be done. Everything on this hair. And we'll see how far into the jacket that I get. I'm just happy that I don't have to redraw her dress at all. Like, that is pretty fantastic. Everything I got there is all good. It's ready to go. I think the only thing I have to do on the dress is just add a shadow from the ponytail. And that's it. So that'll be like, 30 seconds of work. So I am pleased. Because that was hard to draw. I guess the floof itself wasn't, but it had that part at the bottom that I had a very hard time picturing. But I made it work, so there we go. And I don't have to draw that part again, so I'm happy. Alright, that seems good to me. There we go, we got a back of her head there. And yeah, I think it looks fine. Just doing another big stretch there. Okay, I think I am feeling up for poking out her jacket a little bit here. Let's see, I got all the decoration on the veil and the ribbon. Oh, congrats. What are you drawing? And yes, you gotta have the big stretch. Okay, let's see here. How do I want to tackle this jacket? I think I'm gonna do the jacket before I do this neck part. So I guess I'll just go refine the outside a bit and then decide where all of the folds and whatnot should be. Okay, and I guess this means I do have to make the decision on whether or not I let the back go up. Because I could see that being neat, especially if I went all the way up here. But then I'd have to think about how her shirt kind of connects up there, and I don't think I want to. And actually, I like the red breaking up the white, so... I see. Very cute. Well, good luck. Okay. Yeah, I think I prefer it down, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it like that. So I will merge these layers. The decision has been made. It is flat in the back. Okay. And then from there, I don't think I have to do anything on this arm. I think this arm is just fine. I actually think this one is probably mostly okay too. I might need to adjust it just slightly. Okay. This all seems good. I'm just thinking real quick. Yeah, I don't see too much I gotta fix there, so I'll just focus on the collar here. And I do like the little frilly part showing, so I think this kind of pattern is perfect. Let me go ahead and just adjust some of the coloring on the sleeve here. I'll go ahead and put some dark spots here. We'll put some shadows from the ponytail. But otherwise, I think it's fine like this. Did I forget? Did I keep the egg part? I did. Okay. In that case, I should put some shading on that as well. Let the cast shadow from the ponytail do its thing. But otherwise, I don't think I need to do too much. And I will get some shadow color here. And we'll just plop it in. Okay. I think that's it for that side. And I don't know. Do I actually want it like this? Yeah, I think I do, actually. I changed my mind. As I do. So we'll have a shadow here, then there'll be a little bit of shadow around this to make it more three-dimensional, but I shouldn't draw that yet. There will be some shadow around this fold here. Let it kind of wrap around her waist here. And then this part will stick out just a little bit, and we'll have frills doing frill things. Once I draw them more neatly. It should come soon. And then over here, kind of by the armpit. I'll go ahead and merge the sleeve. I think it'll make my life a little bit easier. And then I'll do some shenanigans here to make it look like a thicker cloth. And I think that's about all I gotta do, really. That looks like a fine back. Okay. Let's go clean up the edge. I don't know, do I want any more little shadows around here? No, I don't think this folds that much. No, this part is just a hole in the back. There's probably some fold here, though. And this part will kind of get pushed down by the armpit. Does it connect up here? Let's see if that looks right. That does look right, so I'm going to keep it like that. It's going to go most of the way up. But I like the way that looks, so I'm going to call that good. And I guess I'll just add a few more folds in places that make me happy. Whatever spot makes me happy. I very much trust my intuition when it comes to clothing folds, so... I am kind of willing to just kind of intuit my way through. Okay, that seems pretty good, and I will add a light spot on the sleeve there. And there we go. I think that looks okay. Those seem like some alright folds there. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up. I'm gonna do the arm in a little bit. I just kind of wanted to focus on the jacket itself here, and where they kind of connect into the sleeve, and once I'm satisfied with that, then I will go back and do the arm. But I wanted to start with the neck and shoulders here. Alright. So first we have this part of the collar that I want to connect and wrap around her neck nicely. Okay. And then we have this egg. Let me refresh myself on what Kyubey's egg looks like. Where are you? Could have sworn that I had a reference open, but maybe I don't. Oh no, there it is. Okay. We're good. Okay. I think I have the shape just about right. Narrow at the top, and then I will change the size of the soul gem when the time comes. Because that will represent kind of the white interior of the egg. I basically have the colors inverted here. So let's get the shape just right. Just right. Okay. And incidentally, with this particular project wrapping up, I am taking requests for what to draw next. I may or may not do it, but if it seems like a cool idea, I might go for it. So feel free to just drop what you'd like to see in the comments. Actually, I'm gonna hide the soul gem for a second, because I think it's throwing off my ability to get the shape right. And I see some shirt decor down here that shouldn't. There we go. But yeah, feel free to suggest anything that you'd like to see. I don't always know what people like to see. So even just the general thoughts, even if you don't have any specific things of whether you prefer illustrations, character designs like this, the stuff where I try to learn something like the photo study that I've been looking at. Possibly more rigging, although I'm kind of afraid of Inochi 2D right now because it's a little bit unstable, but I could potentially look at Open Toons and do some animation there. I could also look at Godot and maybe do some programming. I don't know, man. So telling me what you'd like to see is actually helpful, or even just which things you'd like best. I'm gonna get rid of the shadow on the body real quick, because it's kind of throwing me off too. We're just gonna make that nice and clear. And I want to make sure that I get the distance from the neckline here that I want. There we go. I was having a little bit of trouble getting this shape the way I wanted it. Okay. So, yeah, is that like the right size? I think so. Let me flip this and make sure that I have it so it's not like super lopsided or something. It is super lopsided. It's okay, this is why I was checking. Okay. That's a little bit better. I just don't want this part to be lopsided at all. I want it to be nice and round and lovely. Because this is like the key feature on her back here. It is where the soul gem is. So I want to make sure it looks very nice. Ah, jeez. I just cannot get this bottom part to do what I want. So, you know what? Let's bring on the liquefy. No, not the mesh, the liquefy. There we go. Just poof it on out here. I will definitely need to do some smoothing there because liquefy does make everything blurry. But this is the spot that I want to pay very, very careful attention to. This spot is very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. And that is looking so much better. It looks so nice and round now. Nice and tear-shaped. Got a feed off of those magical girl tears. Okay. What are you from? Are you a piece of the dress? You are. Okay. There we go. Yes, I think that is pretty accurate. Let's go ahead and shade the back, and we'll put the soul gem in. I'll do that now, before I do the rest of the jacket, because I feel like it. And that's a good enough reason as any. Here, I'm less concerned about going all the way around to the shadow, because I think the distinction between her skin and the jacket is very clear. Whereas that wasn't the case for her hair and the skin, which is why I put a little bit of extra shadow there. So this is just enough to give it a proper presence. Okay. Now, soul gems aren't normally this big, so maybe I should actually make the hole here a little bit smaller. Let's see how that looks, actually. Let's see how that looks. It does mean I have to redraw the shadows again, but that's fine. Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit better, a little bit smaller. So now I can have the soul gem a little bit smaller than this. I think it's just a little bit big right now. Just a little bit. So I'll go fill that in. And let me take one last look at it there. Yeah, that's better, actually. Okay. That's alright. That's why I always check proportions before I declare things done. Proportion, still one of my weaknesses. I think I go in too hard in certain areas and don't check things well enough. Gotta work on that. Okay. And then we'll have the little gem here. I'm gonna make it just a little bit smaller. We're gonna bring it a little bit higher up because the little spot on Kyubey's back is kind of like this. It's much thicker at the bottom. So I want the gem to be up here. And I'm gonna go look at the girls again and see how the gems are normally inset. I want to see what those accessories look like. I can do it pretty much however I want. Cool. Sounds good to me. Let's see here. I'm just gonna take a quick look around and make sure that I'm satisfied with this decision here. Hello there, Pastels. Welcome. Yep, that looks good. So yeah, I can indeed do pretty much whatever I want here. Let's see. I'm still just looking at a couple of other references, but yeah, I think I'm good. Okay. So I'm gonna keep it simple. So first, I'm gonna draw the red shape here. I kind of want it to match what I have, so I don't know, maybe I should just use a selection and scale it down, but nah. No, this is fine. A little bit big, though. They are pretty small. Souls are apparently very tiny. I can believe it. I keep skewing things to the left. Okay. This seems pretty alright. Let me mirror it, make sure it's not super skewed, but looks like it's okay. Looks like it's okay. Yeah, it looks about the same on both sides. And now I can draw the little shiny thing that's gonna hold it. So let me grab my yellow colors. And this I can make a little bit larger if I want, so I think I will. I cannot see it all. So once again, I'm gonna follow kind of the pattern that I've been doing, where it's gonna be thicker on the bottom here. Gonna be much, much thicker at the bottom. Thin on the top, thick at the bottom. There we go. And that kind of follows the pattern that the shape on Kyubey's back has. So I just kind of repeat that shape over and over again. Keeps the design nice and harmonious, I think. Okay, now I'm just kind of rounding out the edges, and then I'll flip things so I can check for whether or not it's really lopsided. I think it might be a little bit. Not that bad, actually. Okay, cool. That means I drew it pretty alright. Always nice when that happens, and I don't have to pull a bunch of shenanigans. I do think it's a little bit tilted, though, so let's do this, and then just on you. Yeah, there we go. Just some minor adjustments there. Make it nice and smooth. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Let's make it shiny. So now I put the lights in. I just could not see it against her skin there. Her skin is too light for these lights. So I gotta do it like this. Then I don't know. I think I have a metal spot. Yeah, the little brooch in the front. So I can steal my bright highlight color from there. I don't want to use too many colors here. Keep everything nice and unified. Put a little bit here, so this way the gem is inset into this. Personally, I still think this gem might be a little bit large, but I think it's okay. I think it looks pretty good, so I'm just gonna let it be a little bit large. All is well. Okay, let's make it shiny. I'll just put a little highlight going across here. Seems okay. Alright, let's go shade that gem. What do soul gems look like again? They're just super basic, right? They're not like crystalline. Yeah, they're super basic. I'm just gonna use the same colors then. I'll just make it a little bit shinier. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I don't have a specular highlight for this, so I will make one. I'm just gonna grab a nice bright yellow color, set my brush to overlay, and then go until it's about close to white. And then I would like to do something similar, but kinda less so and over here. A nice little reflective color. There we go. That should be good. Okay. Yep, that's looking pretty shiny and gem-like. This is a relatively decent stopping point, but I think I have enough time to just kind of go over the edge of the jacket here and make sure that everything is nice and smooth. But I think that'll be the last thing I do, and I will handle shading it next time. Oh, and actually, I think I want to put a little body shadow underneath the gem here. Just right here. Put it inside of her back. I wonder if it'd be scary to have your soul on your back like this. Okay. So yeah, I'll just do a little bit of final smoothing here, and that will be it. Had to do the stream at a little bit of a strange time today. Oh, thank you very much. I've been working hard on it, so I'm glad that it is enjoyable. I do like character designs. They are fun. They are super duper fun. Okay, this I think looks okay, so I'm not going to touch it. And I will just make these frills look a little bit better since I did have to redraw them at this angle. Okay, let's get this looking a little nicer. There we go. The rest is covered by the ponytail. And then I can smooth out this sleeve just a little bit. Perfect. Okay, well that took considerably less time than I thought it would, so I guess I'll go ahead and do the shadows. The arm will come a little bit later. The arm will come a little bit later. I will probably do that after I do this collar bit, just because I really want to do that collar bit, so there we go. And then here is interesting, because I kind of have two layers fighting each other for dominance over here. I don't think I like that. I'm just thinking about how the sleeve will actually kind of connect over here, and what things will look like closer to the armpit. I think there is okay, but I think the armpit is like far enough out that we actually will not see very many folds from it, so I shouldn't draw them. Had to think about that one for a second. Okay. We'll get all this nice and smooth. I do think that I have my shadows and highlights in good spots here already. So it's just a matter of kind of smoothing them out. And I want this little line kind of traveling through all the frills, because this part is where the frills connect to the rest of the outfit here. I think you're already looking pretty okay, so I don't have to do too much work to this part. These guys need a little bit of extra attention, but not that much. Not that much at all. And I just want to make sure that this jacket looks like a nice, thick cloth. The shirt is made out of a thin cloth, the jacket is made out of a thick cloth, and I want that to show. So I'm just showing a few spots where the frills here kind of meld into the rest of the jacket here. It's got to have a few spots being pulled on. So I'm getting those in there. And then it's just a matter of making everything smooth. I'm not getting too fixated on the folds there. It doesn't really matter that much. Okay, that seems alright. I think I'll go ahead and make this fold just a little bit juicier and give it a spot that kind of goes in. Probably match it on the other side. And then I want just a little tiny guy on the bottom here. Just to show that this cloth here is not paper thin. And we see a little bit of the top there. The little top part of the hole that was cut out in order to show her back right here. There we go. And I think that does it. Maybe I want one more little fold just across her neckline here. Just where the cloth is being pulled into her shoulder. Okay, yeah, I think that does it. Cool. Yeah, and I think that's a pretty solid stopping point. So what's left here? I have the arm. I have all the details on the jacket. All the little lines and stuff that exist over here. Any other patterns I would put on her back, and I do think that there will be a couple. I have a couple over here, but I might add more. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. I have this neck part. Shadow on the floof here. And then her feet. Yeah, and I think that's about it, really. And if I'm feeling really, yeah, and then after that, it's just a matter of pulling out any accessories I want to do close-ups of. Like, I know I want to do the buttons, but maybe these little ears coming off and her earring definitely, but I'm not sure if I want this. I might do a view where I hide the ponytail a little bit, but I'm not sure if I will or not. Depends on my mood. And if I'm feeling really spicy, I might design her a weapon too. We'll see. I have ideas. I think that Kyubey would look great with a chakram. Just because of the little rings around his ears here. I think that could be interesting. And nobody's used a weapon like that as far as I can tell. I am not familiar with any of the side materials, but I never watched any of it. Okay. And at this point, I actually don't really think I need this anymore, so I'm gonna go kill it. And I should actually name this. Okay. And yeah, then a little bit here, do some decorations to make the sheet look nice so it'll look great for Twitter. Put some notes down, because it's fun. Don't need more reason than that, but I think this is where I will stop for today. So, thank you all for coming. And I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. I will see you all tomorrow.